Well, here I am going live for the first time in forever. And I've been promising I was going to get on here for like 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks, and share the story of why I decided to so abruptly jump into a different company. But y'all know I got super sick. And when I say sick, I mean like my voice still isn't back. That's how crazy it was. So I'm feeling better now, definitely. And I am ready to share some news. Ready to share some exciting things with you guys. And I don't see anybody live on here yet. So hopefully this is working. But we're just going to hope for the best. And I guess, if I have to record it, I will. Re-record it, I will. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what made me shift suddenly. Because as you guys know, I was part of a different company for 3.5 years. It was a great experience overall for me. I really enjoyed most of my time there, and it was something where, it was just God bless me. He carried us through the pandemic with this company. I made a lot of relationships. I also grew a lot as a leader. I learned a lot there and made some incredible relationships. I have nothing negative to say about it whatsoever, but it was time. It was time to move on. And I'm going to be honest, I looked for 8 months for another company. And I had a hard time finding something that checked off all the boxes, right? I had all these things that I wanted to see, like this long list of stuff that I wanted to see in a company, and I couldn't find it. I found a lot of companies that were good. I found a lot of places that had a lot of great attributes about them, but I couldn't find anything that was exactly what I wanted. And I was like, well, I'm probably just being too picky. That company doesn't exist. What I want doesn't exist. And I knew God was pulling me out of my home. And so it was like, okay, so I'm being pulled out and I don't have a home to go to. So I found something that was a great place, but it definitely didn't check all my boxes. Great company, right? Wonderful. I have nothing negative to say about that, but I did jump in because I saw a lot of great attributes about it. And so here's the thing, you guys. I was really successful there. We grew a big team fast. You guys, if you follow me, you saw rank ups and everything. It was a good experience, but it wasn't home. You know what? It wasn't home, and it wasn't what my heart yearned for, right? It wasn't what I felt called to do in this network marketing space. And so what I can tell you is that that I didn't feel aligned, not because there was anything wrong. Hey, Ricky, not because there was anything wrong with it. It just it wasn't home, right? And so when I had one of my good friends connect with me and they told me about this particular opportunity, right? When they told me about this particular opportunity that they were looking into, I can tell you that I was not just intrigued, but I was impressed, because here's the thing is that I have been praying for a specific company, a specific opportunity for years. And when this was presented to me, I instantly knew this was it. I knew it. And here's the thing, as good as things were going at the last company, and the fact that I had just made a pivot literally 8 or 9 weeks before, I still knew in my heart that I was being called here, because I knew that this was something so special. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about why this checks off the boxes for me and why this is the place that I felt called to make my home. And I'm really excited about it, you guys, because nothing, hey Bree, hey Glenn, nothing out there is like this. And I don't mean to fast forward a little bit, but what I can tell you is that I found out real quick that I wasn't the only person, the only network marketer out there looking for this exact same checklist, this exact same company, this place that I didn't even know was out there. It was like this secret unicorn company that was kind of under the radar, right? So anyway, let me talk to you about a few things that really matter to me in this industry, okay? So I've been in network marketing for almost 10 years. And I can tell you in those 10 years, I've had a lot of wins, been really successful. And I've had a lot of things that definitely, I learned the hard way. There's a lot of things where I realized that I didn't necessarily align. It wasn't really my thing. Things I didn't like about the industry, right? Things that bothered me about the industry. And so I can tell you that in my time, in 10 years basically, I realized what it would take for me to build in a way that I felt I could do so with integrity. Okay. So there's a few things that really have bothered me about network marketing. And I know a lot of you can, like, even if you're not part of network marketing, I'm sure you can get this, right? You know, I don't like the hey girl messages, although I'm going to love you if you do them. I don't like it when companies have comp plans where there's like holes in them. Like I gotchas where ways people aren't getting paid. Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I want to know that if somebody comes in who has never built a team, they don't have a great big network, they're not really great at sales. I want to know that if they come in and they put the hard work in, that they're going to see success. I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't want people to go spend a whole bunch of money on smart ships and pay more than they get. If they're in here for business, I want them to have a lucrative business. I want them to be able to make money. I don't sleep well at night if I feel like I'm not doing things with integrity and I feel like people aren't winning. If I feel like I'm getting a paycheck based on other people's hard work and they're not getting one, I can't do it and I won't do it. And so those are really important things. Culture. Culture is a big one for me because I'm going to tell you right now that I value people for their souls, who they are, who they're created to be. It's not just about paychecks, you guys. Like if you are faith-minded and you're eternity-minded, when it comes down to it, when you look at what matters, our paychecks don't go with us. They don't go with us. Yeah, we can make an impact with them, but they don't go with us. What does? Did we leave a legacy because we helped others, because we loved others, because we put our hearts into helping others? And if you look at people as nothing but a transaction, then you're doing it wrong. And I think sometimes network marketing gets a bad rap because people feel like they're only there as a number. And we can't do that, you guys. So I absolutely wanted a company that was going to look at the individual as a soul, as a living, breathing human, and that what matters absolutely was not their numbers, but who they were as people and what they could contribute to their community. Sometimes the best people over time that have been on my team have been those people who maybe didn't have the best numbers, but they were the kind of people that actually would add love and value into your community and friendship. That matters. So culture, right? Integrity. Like I want my company to be honest to me. I don't want to find out when I peek behind the scenes that I'm not being told the truth. I can handle a lot of mistakes. I can handle a lot of like, whoops. I can handle a lot of like, you know what? We didn't do the best here, but we're trying. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is things being shoved under the rug. I'm not okay being lied to. I'm not okay with deception. Again, I'm not on here saying anybody's done that. I'm just telling you that over my 10 years in the industry, integrity matters. Comp plans matter. Culture matters. Finally, products matter. Products matter. You want them to have an impact. You want them to help people. You want people to love them and to get results. You want them to love them so much that they reorder them because they are changing their lives. It's important. You want them to taste good. And honestly, maybe not everyone's on the same page with me, but I like aesthetic branding. I want things to be beautiful. I want a product experience. All those things come together and they're so super important. And that is what was presented to me as a company that checked off all those boxes. It gets better. So you just hold on a second because there is another part to this that even gets better. But I'm going to tell you right now that this checked off all my boxes. It had that culture. It had that fair comp plan. It had the integrity and it had the products. How could I say no? But there was one thing that was even more exciting and more important than all of that, you guys. And you know what that was? Nobody had ever heard of it. Nobody knew about it because it was a company that was created during the pandemic that was 17 months old that somehow got missed. It had the infrastructure to build something amazing, the system, the financial backing, everything it needed to be a massive organization. But you know what? Nobody knew about it until now. So here's this unicorn of a company with everything that every entrepreneur wanted, right? And it was hidden. It was hidden until now. One last thing. This company is exceptional and extremely different for one very big reason. And I'm going to lose some people here, but I'm going to speak to my people. I'm going to gain my people. And what that is this is a company that was founded in faith and prayer. This isn't a company where, people are like, I'm going to build this. And I'm going to pray that God aligns with it and he likes it. I'm going to just pray that God blesses it. No, this company was actually formed in obedience to God. This company is created as a place for people who have a faith where they can call it home. Doesn't mean it's not all inclusive. There is room at our table for everybody. But at the end of the day, there will be no apologies made for the fact that our faith is at the center of it. Okay? And you know what that means? That means that there's going to be love, and there's going to be God, and there's going to be abundance, and we're going to have the integrity and the morals to build something that we want to. Don't get me wrong. There is so many places out there that say, okay, we're not going to share our faith. We don't want to offend, and we're not going to make this a part of it. But to me and my people, my faith is not offensive. It's the very cornerstone on which I want to build my brand, and which I want to create a legacy and a place I want to bring people to be loved and to flourish and to create life-changing incomes for their family. You better believe I'm really excited about that. So here at the beginning of May, this company had less than 200 active distributors. Completely untapped, this beautiful company with wonderful products, less than 200. But they had been praying. They had been praying for people to come and align with them. They're not chasing a single person, not offering bridges, not trying to grab people in, but praying that the right people would align. And my leadership found it. My leadership, they're 7-figure earners. They walked away from 7-figure paychecks to do this because they felt led here. Wow. Wow. And a bunch of us saw this vision and we laid down our paychecks. 6- and 7-figure earners laying down their paychecks to align with this vision, this mission, and this opportunity that collectively network marketers have been praying for everywhere. We let go of it all and we came here collectively to build something beautiful. And here's what's so amazing. And to have a very... Had to fix my lighting there. So, yeah, Bobby Joe, I have the best shirt ever. So, anyway, so what I wanted to say is that I was expecting it to be a slower build. My husband owns a construction company. I was like, okay, bud. I'm like, you're going to have to carry the weight here for a while because we're going to do a new thing and it's going to be amazing. And we're going to go create, not that he, by the way, he can always carry the weight. He's an amazing provider for the home. But it was one of those things where I'm like, what's going to happen income wise? Like these shifts, these pivots, I was not expecting what's happening. And I'm going to tell you guys right now what's happening is the most incredible build, big build, abundant build that I've ever seen in my life. My inbox is filled with people who are obviously normal people looking for a wonderful opportunity, but it's also filled with 6- and 7-figure earners who are just like me, who have been waiting and praying for this. They felt like they've looked everywhere and they couldn't find their home because it didn't exist, only it does. And we found it. And we're here to welcome you who have been looking for this very thing into this community so that you can link arms with us and we can build this thing together. We can create something fantastic and dynamic and life-changing and make impact and do network marketing right. Because I'm not doing it any other way. Those of you that know me, we're not settling, we're not compromising. We're not going to do it in the way that at the end of the day, we don't feel good about ourselves. We're going to do an integrity build. We're going to change and impact a lot of lives. And people who are like us are going to find us and we're going to do this together. And they are finding us. And I'm just like, I don't even know. It has been so abundant and so incredibly wild as far as who we're attracting, who's coming in. I would love to take credit and say it's because I'm amazing, but it is not that. It's not that. It's God. Because when God is at the center of something and he's the one building and attracting and putting together and linking people together, it's going to be something way more significant than what we can do on our own, my friends. So that is why I made a sudden pivot. Like, no tea to spill on the other companies. They're awesome. But this is home. This is where we do our legacy build. This is where we create something that's never been seen in this industry before. It's where we do it our way. We do it right. Anyway, you guys, I just want to tell you I love all of you. Thank you for those of you that have listened. Obviously, if you want to know more about what I'm doing, reach out, right? Reach out and find out. You know what? I am not a pushy person because God builds my team. But what I can do, what I can tell you, is that I can give you the information for you to prayerfully consider, for you to look at what we have and see if this might be your home. Maybe it is, right? You don't know if you don't check it out. All right, guys, so you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Thanks to everyone that popped on and is saying hey. And yeah, we'll do this again. I don't do nearly enough lives usually because my kids are running around like crazy, but you know, we can have them a part of it. Next time I'm bringing Tim on. I wanted to bring him on, but I'm like, yeah, today, let's take the kids outside. They're hanging out in the yard, but next time we'll bring Tim, and you guys can hear from him because my husband, he's an incredible leader in the industry as well. And so I'm excited to have him alongside me as we do this. So love you guys. Bye.